If you like slow-paced movies that are not filled with guns, violence, sex scenes, and have a deeper meaning, I highly recommend on Hulu Nomadland. It's based on a book, and it's really scenic and introspective and gets us to really reflect on what is most important in life and what life will be like when we get older and our income opportunities decrease and social security is not enough to survive on, and just alternative ways of living. I think it's something that everybody should be exposed to and give it a try. And a lot of people were not able to do that because you have families, kids, things like that. And that's kind of what the theme of this video is. A lot of people think that they have to sell everything in order to travel, in order to have a higher quality of life, in order to be free, in order to enjoy nature, in order to have adventures. And it's simply not the case. Here and now, you can create the life of adventure, the life of fun. It doesn't take a lot of money. It doesn't take a lot of time. And it can be very simple and basic within your own area where you're currently at. And it seems like that's a big solution that we have as human beings, is that my life will be better when this happens, when that happens, or some point in the future. And we really deceive ourselves. Not only do we deceive ourselves, but we avoid living a full, rich life because we don't take action now. And as I tell my clients, I'm a full-time life coach, been doing it for 11 years, and have helped a lot of people. And it really makes a huge difference in anyone's life, having someone that's not a friend or family member. So this is just a quick plug. If you're interested in life coaching, it's ridiculously affordable for an experienced coach. Just shoot me an email in the description. The consultation is free. The first session you get $20 off, and after that it's just really affordable. I have a lot of students, university students, doctoral students that do life coaching, and if they could afford it, anybody could afford it, or most anybody could afford it. So it's creating, acres of diamonds. The story of the man who he had a farm, and he was so unhappy that he said, I want to strike it rich. I want to be rich. And he traveled all over the world searching for riches, only to come back dejected, broke, and poor. And he was frustrated walking in his farm. He kicked what looked like a rock, and he held it up to the sun, and it sparkled. And he realized that his whole farm that he never knew was 8 acres of diamonds, had just tons and tons of diamonds in the farm, and he was rich and he didn't even know it. And that we don't need to sell everything. We don't need to change dramatically our lives. We don't need to quit our jobs. Some cases you do if your job is absolutely sucking the life out of you. But the point being is, learn how to have a fulfilled, happy life here and now. I can't tell you how many times that comes up in coaching sessions of just helping clients realize that they have everything they need in order to be content, in order to be fulfilled right now. It just takes so little to be happy. And turn off the social media, turn off all the advertisers, stop comparing yourself to your friends, and you don't need all that stuff. In fact, all that stuff that we chase as human beings is a burden. It weighs us down. I was reading a book, and it was very interesting. It was saying that human beings crave simplicity, crave minimalism, because our ancestors, that's how they survived. If you had too many possessions when we were hunters and gatherers, it weighed you down. It was a burden. And there's something so light and free about minimalism and being simple. And it just allows you to be a lot more flexible. You don't have all the bills. You don't have all the expenses. You don't have all the headaches. You don't have all the things that you need to fix, repair, buy, store, maintain, worry about. And the movie Nomadland it was very interesting because the beginning of the movie, there was a dog, and she was about to take off and go traveling, and she lives out of her van, and there was a dog that somebody offered, said, "Hey, do you want a dog?" And one of my clients wisely pointed out to me, she said no. And she said no because she didn't want the responsibility of a dog. That would just be something that would weigh her down. Hey, I have a dog, I love dogs, but it's just a different mindset that everything we say yes to means we have to say no to something else. And this materialistic culture and society and lifestyle that we live, first of all, it's not sustainable long term. Second of all, it doesn't make you happy. And third of all, it becomes a prison. And it's just so rewarding to see these nomads and how they travel and how they just live very, very simple lives. And we can do that. We don't need to sell all our possessions. We just strip away. For my approach is I just try to get rid of anything that I'm not using. So if I haven't used it in a year, I get rid of it, and it allows other people to benefit from it. But it's a very free and light way to live. And then what you do is you just find your own acres of diamonds, in your own city. You can, or wherever your town or wherever you're living, find little nooks and crannies of places to explore, hikes to go on weekend getaways, weekend stay in an Airbnb, or even better, go camping on BLM land or a park where you can camp. And it's just so nice to get out of the daily rut and the daily routine and the weekly grind, and just to truly unplug and meeting new people, trying out different hobbies, having different adventures. Just catch yourself when you focus on saying, and it's so tempting to do, that, oh, I will be happy when. I'll be happy when I lose weight, when I get another job, when I find the right partner. It's a lie. Happiness is internal, it's not external. And as Wayne Dyer says, happiness is, and I don't like happiness. Happiness comes and goes. I love contentment, because even when things are not going well and you're struggling, there can be growth and learning experience or opportunities. And just having that mindset of, hey, I can find contentment in whatever's happening in my life. I don't need to be happy and, oh, I'm wonderful and fake and phony. No, you can just be content with so little, and it's all in here. And that's the biggest transformation that clients that I work with, seeing them shift, because it's like seeing them shift from an external mindset to an internal mindset, that I'm in control, I'm empowered. It's not the government's fault, it's not the politicians, it's not the society, it's not the culture, it's not my physical appearance, it's not my family, it's not my wife, it's not my husband, it's not my friends. It's we are the problem and we are the solution. And saying that is so empowering and liberating, and really sets you free to live a lifestyle that is fulfilling. And again, not making excuses with the jobs or nothing like that. You can just find little glimpses of happiness, little glimpses of joy. And one of my clients says, during his lunch break at work, he goes out for short walks, and he finds a lot of enjoyment and satisfaction in that, and it's very relaxing. Other clients will paint and do another type of hobby, play the guitar, talk with friends, just have a cup of tea. It's so beautiful, man. The life we have is such a gift, and it's really helpful to have the right mindset. And it all starts here. How you feel about the world is like a mirror. If you're negative and unhappy and complaining about the world and complaining about other people and blaming others, it's reflecting what's within you. That's not the problem. That is just a reflection of what's within us. and I catch it within myself, getting frustrated, getting angry, getting sad, and I really say, what's the lesson here that I'm in control of, that I'm responsible for? And yeah, that movie just brought out a lot, because I almost to 2 decades, I lived somewhat of that type of lifestyle. I took breaks and did some work to get some money, and then I just go and travel, live in other countries, ride my bicycle halfway across the country, and go camping, go hiking, go sleep at the beach. Like, there was a lot of just amazing things that I did, and I was so fulfilled. And it wasn't about money. It really wasn't. It was just about taking action and following what your intuition guides you. And that really is something that's helpful to someone who's walked that path. And if you're interested, feel free to contact me, and we could start planning a life that you find fulfilling within the current circumstances you find yourself in. So shoot me an email if you are interested in coaching. There's absolutely no obligation. It's fun. It's simple. It's gentle, and it's honest. We have to really be honest with ourselves. If you like this video, please subscribe and thumbs up and share. And if you'd like to support the channel, as I've mentioned before, I try not to put ads. I'm not sure about the YouTube algorithms. It probably hurts my view count. But if you want to make a donation to the channel, there's a PayPal link. And I read all your comments. And thank you for all your support and your messages. And I look forward to the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.